Okay, how do you deal with burnout? That's what this whole video is going to be on. And while we're doing that, I'm just going to talk a little bit on camera. You're going to watch me sketch from my mind's eye right here, just totally from my mind. And I'll talk a little about the sketch as well, but really quickly. Burnout, and I also want to talk a little bit about whether it's better to burn out or whether it's better to um, under burnout, basically, like just not do it enough. Because some people were saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna burn out. I don't think I can draw that much, or I don't think I want to dedicate that much time to it because I'm going to burn out," and then some. And I want to talk a little bit about that as well. Okay, so very simple, very easy. I would, in my opinion, this is going to sound kind of extreme. Okay, I would aim. I would aim to burn out. Really, the vast majority of people that get into this and just kind of do their thing, they're not really burning out usually because of they're putting so many hours to it. They're burning out because they just they have this thing called they're where you waste a lot of energy just by procrastinating. Have you heard that before? You pretty much, it's called decision fatigue. You're kind of just thinking and thinking and thinking, like, should I do this? Am I going to do this? Should I practice right now? Should I do this? So much that it's exhausting to just do it, right? And then when you just finally do it, you're like, oh yeah, I could have just done that. That wasn't that hard, right? That decision fatigue really burns you out, and that's what burned me out too. Kind of at one point. I think I actually burned out. When I said aim for burnout, I was thinking like what you should be doing, what you absolutely should be doing. And by the way, I gotta get an eraser. What you absolutely should be doing is, when I said aiming for burnout, I mean you should be drawing a lot more than you think you should, right? Draw way more than you think. If you think that's not enough, draw a little bit more. Draw like a little half hour extra, right? That entire that is kind of how people get very good very quickly, is they put a tremendous amount of hours up front, but they do it in an intelligent way, right? You're not just trash scribbling. I guess you can kind of scribble just to draw if you're drawing from a picture, and you don't want to like not take instruction and just draw like go aimless. I'm assuming that you watch somebody online and learn from their videos, or you have a teacher in real life. And if you're watching, you're kind of learning from that, and you're drawing a lot. You're drawing more than you want to. You're drawing more than you think. I think that, and then start pushing the gas on that. When I started drawing, by the way, I started drawing 7 hours a day, right? Just because I really, really, really wanted to get past that beginner phase very quickly. I was like, I want to get out of this beginner phase and I want to get into the intermediate phase very rapidly. I don't want to be stuck in beginner phase. And it probably took me about 6 months to get out of total beginner, I would say. And I was able to work after, I would say, about 2 years. I was able to work somewhere. And so you're kind of thinking that to yourself. You're kind of like, okay, I just want to get out of this beginner phase. And at the beginning, I said this. I've said this in a couple of videos. Don't cherish your drawings. You shouldn't cherish all your drawings. Just kind of go, okay, cool, I'm on a learning road, and that would be enough, right? That'd be enough to carry you. And maybe set a little schedule. Draw half an hour a day if you need to in the beginning, to build that habit, so you get rid of that decision fatigue, right? So that fatigue of just deciding to draw goes away. That's why I recommend, somebody asked me this before, would you draw 7 hours one day a week, or would you draw half an hour every day, like 5 days a week? Even though technically it adds up to less, I would draw a little bit every day, because you're getting in the habit of drawing. And from there, you can kind of ratchet it up if you want, depending on how much you improve, how much you want to, how much time you want to put in. that would be kind of the way I would do it. If I was to redo it again, I'd probably do it the same way. I mean, for me personally, I didn't really have a job when I started, right? I was, completely supported, and then I just kind of I had the time. I had the, if you don't have the time, I understand if you work, but if it's something you want to do, make a schedule around it, and don't forget the most important part. And I say this in every single video: don't forget to have fun. So many people forget to have fun, right? And it's kind of like a little bit of a contradiction, a tad. The contradiction is, I guess the contradiction is you're choosing a road that you want to do, and now I guess in your mind you might think now you gotta do, right? And at the same time you're trying to keep it festive and be like, oh no, I still want to have fun. I still would like to have fun and still enjoy my time as to what's going on here. As we're doing this right now, I'll talk about the drawing real quick. I'm putting in these little curves right here so that it'll show off the surface of the form. Just curves, little baby curves to show off what the surface will look like. And that's it. Little baby curves. See that? Just little baby curves. And even though you're putting it like little curves like that, it really pays off. It pays off quite a bit to do that. Because in the end, it forms an overall like picture, right? I put it all over his face right here. I made his smile crooked on purpose because I heard it gives him more personality, and I agree to some extent, especially for characters like this. Curl over here. And I'm thinking, all right, so there's a bone right here called the, is it the radius? It's the ulna bone, sorry, it's the ulna bone. So yeah, aim, I would say aim for more. Aim for more and see what that does. You'll probably be surprised, to be honest, if you only draw like once a week right now, and then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna draw half an hour a day for 5 days a week or every single day, you're already gonna see an improvement, even though technically you're doing less time. Just grab a sketchbook and just start applying that habit. And when that habit's there, it's gonna be hard to get rid of it for me, right? For me personally, it's hard not to draw. It really is. It's kind of like that, right? It's hard for me to get up and not draw something. I'm trying to find the knuckle here, because for a second I thought I forgot where the thumb was, and I'm like, oh yeah. Let's get into that hand. Well, not yet. Let's get into his abs. He's gonna have like this. I'm thinking of something like from Resident Evil. It's not specifically from Resident Evil, but I'm thinking of a character like that. A character that's ominous and foreboding, that whole thing, and just kind of weird to bump into him in the night. He's got a little bit of a gladiator look too with this thing right here, this animal skull. It's kind of one of my favorite things to put down there, I would say. One of my favorite things to draw outside of monsters would be, I used to draw a lot of muscle dudes, as kind of like superheroes, and it's been a while. So I thought I would do that. But that's kind of my final thoughts on that. I hope you enjoyed that. It's just a very quick thing. What I want you to do is I want you to please subscribe if you just found me, or hit the like on the video if you stayed this long. Hopefully it means that you kind of at least enjoyed the chat. So I'm going to be posting as much as I possibly can myself. I'll try to post every day, and I'll see you really soon. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Check out the other stuff on the page as well if you can.